Greetings from the National Cherry Blossom Festival in Washington, D.C. Here is the plaque alongside of the tidal basin that commemorates the March 27, 1912 original planting of the cherry blossom trees alongside of the tidal basin. Now here is a look at that very location, and it is indeed peak bloom, and peak bloom is when 70% of the cherry blossoms are open. Now this walkway will lead us to the lantern, the stone lantern, which is lit every year annually as part of the festival, as well as a close-up shot of some of the cherry blossoms. And you could see there's a pinkish hue on the inside of the flowers, which is what you'll see as they are small buds. And then as they open, they turn more and more white. And that is this version, which is the Yoshino trees, which is what you'll see surrounding the tidal basin. There are other trees here that are planted that flower in pink and stay pink. But the first two trees that were planted in 1912 are of the Yoshino kinds, which would make sense why Yoshinos were chosen for the entire park area. Now here is the plaque, the commemorative plaque. The first cherry blossom trees presented to the city of Washington as a gesture of friendship and goodwill by the city of Tokyo were planted on this site on March 27th of 1912. Now this plaque is actually moved. It was further down that way alongside of the tidal basin because the plaque cannot 100% confirm the two trees. But Parks Department has led us to believe it's the two trees in this direction, but I wanted to show you the Japanese stone lantern, which is lit annually as part of the festival. And there is an identical lantern in Japan. Again, connecting the friendship. And it's an oil lamp that's placed in there, and there's a stage. And the cherry blossom princess will come out, and she will light the way. Now here are what are expected to be the two original cherry blossom trees that were planted in 1912. And there's a lot of reasons why it is believed that these are the two trees. If you think about trees when they're planted, when they're very small, look at how symmetrical these are placed. I remember a woman from the United States of America and a woman from Japan planted the trees together right next to each other. And here are two trees that simultaneously stand right next to each other. And if you look at the rest, they're all sort of, it's a scattered planted pattern. So it's led to believe that these are the two, and it's beautiful to see them blooming. But also what is led to believe is the depth of the way that the trees are measured. If you look at the bark on this tree, folks from the Parks Department have been studying these trees and monitoring them, and they are also able to determine the age of the tree. So again, it's led to believe that these are the cherry blossom trees planted of 1912, and it's beautiful to see that they are still blooming, because that would make these trees over 100 years. Here's a close-up of a blossom of one of the original trees. And the trees in Washington, D.C. are also part of the trees in Japan. Not only were they gifts in 1912, grafts were sent from the branches here in D.C. to different periods of time after national disasters where some of the cherry blossom trees in Japan were lost. So again, here's a plaque that indicates which tree this is. This would be Q326, and that's how the Parks Department are able to monitor these trees, as they all have names and numbers. And here is Q327, even their numbers are right next to each other, which gives you an idea, again, why it is believed that those are the two. Now if you look at their proximity across from the Jefferson Memorial at the tidal basin, and also where the stone lantern was placed, there was an actual plaque on the original trees, but someone had taken it home for their own collection, so the original, where the original trees are is unknown. But it appears that it would indeed be these two. Now here's a look of some, there are trees all around the tidal basin. Oh my god, it's great. Now I'm paddle faster. Peak bloom came on March 25th this year. And we are still experiencing and enjoying peak bloom. Now here is a tree that still has some more of the pinkish hue. The trees will flower a couple of days apart from each other, and so you can see on this tree there's still some more of the pinkish color. But the Yoshino trees, they do bloom in white, so it's not odd that they are white now. That's expected. And it's Easter Sunday, so you'll see children playing in the park and their parents hiding eggs. And keep in mind the original aspect of the beauty of the Sakura celebration in Japan. It is about appreciation. These petals, you know, they're not on the trees for any specific amount of time, which is similar to our life. You don't know how long you're going to be here. But you do know that when you see them, it's beautiful, and it's a reminder to enjoy the gift of your own life and to reach your goals when you are here. Set goals for yourself that make you happy and are beautiful. Also, welcome springtime. It's just absolutely beautiful, and you can see why year after year it draws more and more people. It was like under a dozen people here in that small planting. Actually, it's hard to call it a small planting, that planting of 1912. Because look at how many people it draws today. And how seeing the cherry blossoms puts them in a good mood. That's also nice too. I've never seen anybody fighting or yelling like, I'm taking a picture at that tree. It's a very calm festival. Till next time, from Washington, D.C., welcome spring.